Good day. Today we are going to focus on the future value. So we're going to focus on the future value. Okay. So sometimes you might want to invest a certain amount of money, or maybe you want to put away a certain amount of money. Okay. So let's say that maybe you are working. Okay. You are working, and then you say that every month I will be putting 1,000 rand for 10 years. Okay, every month you will be investing 1,000 rand for full 10 years. Okay, so when you are investing the money, you will want to know that after I've invested this money for that whole period, how much money will I get? So that is where the future value formula comes from. Okay. So when people invest, they want to know that in future their investment will total to how much. Okay. So the formula that we use to calculate the future value, the formula that we use to calculate the future value, it is equal to F and then X, then you open the bracket, so it's 1 plus I, and then all to power n minus 1. Close the big bracket, divide by I. Okay, so now what does F stand for? F stand for the total money you will get after the period of your investment. Okay, so actually this is the future money of your investment. Okay, and then X. X stand for the monthly installment or monthly payments that you will be making. So it's monthly installment or monthly payment that you will be making. For example, I was making an example with 1,000 that you can decide that you are going to put 1,000 rand every month. So this one is a monthly installment or a monthly payment. Okay, and then I, this one is the interest rate. Interest rate per annum. Okay, this is the interest rate per annum. And then we have N. N stands for the number of installment or payments. Okay, so actually here is the number of a year. This one is the number of years. Actually, N year is the number of years that you will invest. Is the number of years that you will invest for how many years? Okay, number of years. Okay, so we need to note that this formula, it assumes that the payments, they are made at the end of every month. Okay, it assumes that the payment, they are made at the end of the month. So they are made at the end of the month. Okay, so let's do an example of this. Let's do an example of this. Okay. Sipho plans to save a fixed amount from his salary each month. So he wants to save the money each month. He starts at the end of the first month of his salary. The bank offers an interest rate of 4.7 per annum compounded monthly. Okay, compounded monthly. So if they are saying compounded monthly, it means that um, you have to take your interest and then you divide it. So if they are saying monthly, you divide your interest by 12. Okay, and then you take the number of years, you multiply it by the number of months, which is 12. Okay, so letter A, determine the amount he has to save every month if he wants to have 30,000 Rand in his savings account at the end of 4 years. Okay, so the formula is F is equal to X, it's 1 plus I N minus 1, then all divided by I. So they are saying determine the amount he has to save every month. Determine the amount he has to save every month if he wants to have 30,000 in his savings account at the end of 4 years. Now, before we continue to the formula, F, what is F? X, and then I, and then N. Okay, so F here, we are already given, because this is a future value, because they are saying that he wants to have 30,000 in his savings account at the end of 4 years. So he wants to have this amount in future. So the future value is already given. The future value is already given. And then we are not given that he's going to save how much per month. We're not given. And then the interest rate, it is 4.7%. So, but we recommend that you write the interest rate in decimal form. So 4.7% is going to be 0.047. So because the interest is compounded monthly, we have to divide by 12. Okay, and then n, the number of years. How many years? Is 4 years. Okay, and then because they said compounded monthly, so we need to multiply the number of years times 12. Okay, now future value is 30,000 is equal to, we're not given the x, so it's 1 plus, and then I, so it's 0.047 divided by 12, and then so n, it is 4 by 12 minus 1. Okay, so over, so we have over I, so I, it is 0.047 divided by 12. So what you need to do right now is we just have to cross multiply. Okay, so this multiplied by this, so it's 30,000, because here obviously here it's 1, so 1 times this, nothing is going to change. So 30,000 times 0.047 over 12 is equal to x. So we're going to have 1 plus 0.047 over 12. So 4 times 12, that is 48 minus 1. Okay, so 30,000 multiplied by this, we are going to get 117.5. which is equal to x, open bracket, it's 1 plus 0,047 all over 12, 48 minus 1. Okay, so we are told to find the number of months here, right? We are told to find it. How much does he has to save every month? How much does he has to save every month? So we are looking for x here because x here is a monthly installment, the money that he has to save every month. So now to find the x, we just have to cancel what is next to x, which is this, meaning that we have to divide by 1 plus 0,047 divided by 12, 48 minus 1. So obviously they're going to cancel each other. So, and then what we do this side, we must also do this side, right? So we're going to have 1 plus 0,047 divided by 12. So which is going to be 48 minus 1. So all this is going to give you x is equal to this by this. It is going to give you 5, 6, 9, 31. That's your value of x. Okay, and then letter B. Letter B is saying that what is the total amount of interest he will receive after 4 years? How much will he receive? How much interest will he receive after the period of 4 years? We are talking about what here? The interest. Okay, so he is putting 569,31 for how many months? For a total of 48 months. 4 times 12 is 48 months. So multiply by 48. So after a period of 48 months, he will have invested 27,326. Okay, with no investment. But then including the investment, the total is 30,000. Now to find the interest, we're going to say 30 minus 27,326, 88, which is going to be 2,673, 12. That is your interest.